Hello, Sanaa. If you're watching this, that means one of two things. Either one, the surprise unfortunately did not end up working out, or two, you have a brand new Tesla. So congratulations. All right, so it's March 1st, and last night, I'm pretty excited to say this, I placed an order for a brand new Tesla for my wife's birthday next month. This is probably going to be the hardest surprise I've pulled off in my life, so figured why not document it a little bit throughout the process. Now let me backtrack a little bit and set up a little bit of a backstory. In the summer of 2018, I moved to LA alone without my wife because she had a job in New York and needed a year to transfer. Of course, I needed a car here, so what did I get? Not a Tesla. A Dodge Challenger. It's a two-door muscle, black trim, stripes, you name it. It's like, you know, every young guy's dream, full of testosterone. So it was very much so a decision I made pretty much on my own. I did name the car after my wife's middle name. I named it Amira. So that way, everywhere I'm driving around, she's always there with me. So yeah, I don't know if that counts for anything. At this point, Teslas were getting a little bit popular, but I could never see myself driving it, and honestly, too expensive for me to even afford. But Sanaa really liked the idea of Teslas. She loved the ethos of the company, the fuel efficiency, disrupting the industry. She works in tech, so she's really got behind Teslas a lot. But anyway, this was a while ago. Fast forward 1 year to 2019. This is when Sanaa actually moves to LA, and we're sharing Amira because it didn't really make sense for us to have two cars. She traveled for work. We pretty much go everywhere together anyway. So Sanaa's driving this Challenger a lot, and she didn't really like it, I could tell. But she was a good sport about it. She didn't complain too much. Only like once a week she'd make a comment like, "I hate this car." but yeah, anyway, it was fine. We shared this car. Another year goes by. Now it's 2020. We're still sharing the car. Did a lot of road trips, had a lot of fun. At this point, Teslas have become super popular, especially in LA. You drive anywhere, you'll see a million Teslas everywhere. So now really wants one at this point. She sees it everywhere. It kind of reminds her like what she could be driving instead of this dumb two-door car that whenever we invite someone over, she's got to pull back the seats and to let them in the door. Anyway, she really wants this Tesla, and in the heat of the moment one day, I promised her that I'm going to buy her a Tesla. To be honest, I don't even know if she remembers that I made this promise, but I did. All right, so fast forward to this year, 2021. Amira's lease is ending this summer, and we've kind of been planning to get a Tesla to replace it, but nothing's been set in stone. I know Sanaa would be super happy if it did actually happen. And I know for sure she'd be even more excited if it happened on her birthday as a surprise. And she finds out that she doesn't even have to pay a single penny for it because I'm gonna own up to some random promise I made a long time ago. All right, so it's March 9th and I'm realizing the biggest obstacle. It's so hard to find time to film things or just like set things up for the Tesla because we're literally always together. Me and Sanaa, we go on runs together, we go on errands together. You know, we're working from home together. So it's even if she's out of the house and I'm alone, we have these cameras in the living room and our bedroom. She can like spy on me basically at any time. So it's a little bit tricky. Anyway, so one thing I wanted to do was go through the process of actually making the purchase. I wanted to make sure I got exactly the right Tesla that Sanaa wanted. So definitely Model 3, long range, black interior, aero wheels. The tricky part was the color because she from the beginning really wanted space gray, but then Tesla made an update where they don't do space gray anymore. They only do like this thing called midnight silver metallic. She wasn't a huge fan of that. So I think we're pretty aligned that black is the best color. So I went ahead and got black. Hopefully that's the right choice. If she ends up wanting the metallic, I'm kind of screwed there. And when I made the purchase, said it would arrive between March, I think 18th and 31st, which was much earlier than her birthday. But I figured better early than late, just in case there's some delays. I could probably just push it back, change the delivery date later. After I made the $100 deposit, I just needed to wait for next steps. All right, so it's March 17th, just about a month out from the surprise day. Haven't heard any update yet from Tesla at all. It's basically been radio silent. It's kind of weird. I would expect there'd be like, at least some sort of update or something like that. I did get in touch with someone from their customer service. They have like an online chat bot. So I talked to someone there, just asking them, just if there's any updates or what's up. And they said, just keep waiting. They said I had like a funny joke that was like, the hardest part about getting a Tesla is just waiting for it to get delivered. One sort of thing that is kind of bad news. Apparently, in order to pick up the Tesla, both of the people on the registration need to be there, and I put both her name and my name on the registration, so that would be kind of tricky. I didn't want to surprise her with paperwork, like picking up the Tesla at Burbank. Besides that, everything seems to be pretty good so far. She hasn't been suspicious at all. I've done some sketchy things, like I had to take a photo of her license without her knowing. I was a little bit scared that I put down our phone numbers and I was worried they might call her or something, but that doesn't seem to have happened. And one thing I was very careful about was not telling anyone about this surprise so far. Didn't tell my parents, didn't tell my siblings or my friends, her friends or anything like that, because I just don't want there to be any sort of loose ends. I don't want there to be any sort of hole where She may end up accidentally finding out. I did tell my good friend Naif. The only reason was because I wanted to use the Tesla referral. He's got a Tesla and you get like a free 1,000 miles of supercharging if you get referred, so he knows about it. But besides him, not a soul knows about this surprise. March 25th, new update here. Pretty big update actually. I suddenly got an email out of the blue saying that the Tesla is going to be delivered tomorrow. Caught me off guard, not gonna lie. I got on the phone with my delivery agent and asked if there's any way to sort of like delay it by 2 weeks, just delay the whole thing, just to get closer to her birthday. But what he said was if I do want to delay it, I'd basically be put at the end of the line and it might go up to like 2 months later. So the only option was I just get the delivery tomorrow. But the good news is we did work out a way where she doesn't have to be there. I'm not gonna go and pick it up from the Burbank Tesla location. They're actually gonna deliver it to our address. They're just gonna leave the car with no one in it, and I just go in with my phone and I can unlock the car, and she doesn't need to be there or anything. So that works out nicely. But now there's just this whole obstacle of what am I gonna do with this car for another 3 weeks or so. I don't know. This is pretty fresh stuff for me, but at least the car is coming. So far, seems like everything's good. The paperwork's checking out. Yeah, now it's just a matter of making sure that she doesn't see the car, or make sure the car stays all put together and looks good for the next 3 weeks before it's time to go ahead and make the surprise. All right, so it's 5 p.m. on Friday, delivery day. I got the email saying that the Tesla has been delivered, so I'm off to go get it. They said they'd park it as close as they can to my apartment building. They actually did not park it on my street. So on the app, you can see the location of the car. They actually parked it about 3 blocks from where I live. I guess they couldn't find any street parking. But it's weird because there's a bunch of free street parking right outside my apartment. Not sure why they parked it so far. Pretty excited to see the car, even though it's just going to be parked on the street for 3 weeks till Sanaa's birthday. I'd rate the Tesla delivery process overall solid 7 out of 10. Overall, pretty smooth. However, it is kind of complicated sometimes. Like for example, this morning they called me. I missed the call because I was in a meeting. I called them back like 4 times and it would go to the inbox, so it was a little annoying having to confirm everything to get the final delivery. But overall, it's been pretty smooth, so I'm excited to finally see the Tesla. I'm a little concerned because they parked it on a pretty busy street. It's not like a neighborhood street. There's cars running through. There she is. So it's time to get in here, unlock it with the app, and let's move this to a safer spot. All right, so I'm in the car now. I've got to say it's pretty crazy. I just parked it in a safer area in a neighborhood street. Got to say it's pretty unreal being in this car. It's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. The leather feels really nice. I've got to say, hats off to Tesla. Pretty spacious. The screen is pretty nice too. I just gotta keep this car safe here. Since it's gonna be parked here for 3 weeks, I decided I'm gonna get one of those car wraps. So that should be coming in tomorrow, and it'll be like a cover that I can keep this nice and safe hidden. It is kind of weird just leaving a car parked for 3 weeks. I'm gonna have to move it every week because of street cleaning on Tuesdays. I think there's also a California law that you're not supposed to leave a car parked for more than 72 hours. I'm not sure. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. All right, it's like 7 a.m. One of the tricky parts about this whole thing is that I gotta get up early and do things when Sanaa isn't around, so she's still sleeping. I have to go drop off the registration documents to FedEx. Tesla said it was like super urgent. Got to be done in 24 hours, so this was the only time I can do it without being caught. All right, I'm out here at Walgreens, drop off the urgent registration documents. I had to do this early in the morning so that Sanaa wouldn't be suspicious about where I'm gonna go, but to be honest, when I get back home, she's gonna ask where I went. And I don't have an excuse. I'm thinking maybe I'll just say I went to go buy a watermelon from the grocery store because I wanted some for breakfast. No, I need to come up with a better excuse. I'll think about it. I couldn't come up with a better excuse, so watermelon it is. All right, got another update video, April 6th. I almost screwed up. So one thing that I did was I got a car cover so that I could end up wrapping the Tesla while it's parked so it wouldn't get too dirty. And it shipped through our Amazon account, and Sanaa found it. She asked, like, why'd you get a car cover? Pretty strange, and the excuse I came up with on the spot was that it was for our bikes. We got some bikes, and I figured, hey, it's good to cover our bikes. I don't know if she bought it. I think she bought it. I mean, she didn't really ask too many questions, but the worst part is I don't even think this car cover is even going to be worth it because I'm going to end up having to wash the car anyway. I just know it. Like, there was a few days where the car wasn't having a cover on and it already got pretty dirty, and I'm not sure if the the coverage really going to be that effective. That's one thing, but besides that, just been happy to have the car. It's checking in up onto the car every couple of days. I'm a little bit worried because, you know, it is just street parking. I'm also running out of excuses to do sort of like these Tesla related things or film these updates. It's just really hard to find time. I just realized how hard it would be to do anything in a private way. Like, our lives are just so conjoined together, which I guess is beautiful. I mean, I don't mind it for sure. I've been saying the dumbest stuff as excuses, like, oh, I need to go drop off a package to return. I need to go to the car to check out the glasses that I store, my spare glasses that I store in the car, to see if they still feel okay, because I'm going to consider getting some new glasses. The most random stuff. We also started doing this car casting, so I have this camera mount in the car. I would sometimes say like, oh, I need to go to the car and do some camera tests. That's bought me a couple of good instances where I can go take care of some stuff. You know, just random like Tesla things. You gotta fill out paperwork, drop it off, take a phone call with like the Tesla agent. Random things like that. I always need a bunch of excuses. I don't ever want to risk doing these things while she's at home. I'm always on the go trying to come up with these random excuses. Sanaa, if you're watching this now and you actually have had a hunch, actually, but there's no way. I'm thinking about it. There's no way you would actually know. And you would have said something by now. You keep mentioning wanting a Tesla a lot, which honestly is amazing. The fact that you like really want a Tesla even more the past few weeks makes me feel like it's going to be a worthwhile surprise. Honestly, I wonder if I'm more excited about this than she will be. For my birthday earlier this month, one thing Sanaa got me, she got me a new camera, actually. One thing I've been doing for over 10 years now is take a photo of myself every night before I go to bed. And I've been using the same old camera from 2010. It's like a super old Sony Nex 5 camera, and she got me an upgraded version of it, so that was really sweet of her. Not that it's a competition, it's never a competition. Luckily, Sanaa is not the probing type. She doesn't ask, loads of questions about things, so that's been helpful, and hopefully I keep it up and she doesn't find out and I ruin it somehow in the next couple of weeks, because we're so close. I can feel it. We're so close to the surprise day. Just a couple more weeks. So I'm out here on a Tuesday morning. I realized I had to move the car for street cleaning. It's probably one of the worst parts about getting this car super early, is that every week I have to move it to avoid street cleaning tickets. And I was pretty scared because I thought street cleaning hours were from 10 a.m. to 12. Turns out it's from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and I'm here at 9 a.m. So I should have gotten a ticket. Luckily there's no ticket. Maybe the car wrap helped out with this. I don't know. I'm trying to keep the car as clean as possible to avoid having to wash it. But I left the car out for maybe 3 or 4 days without the car wrap and it's already pretty dirty. I think I'm gonna have to wash the car anyway. This week is the week. This Friday is gonna be the day where Sanaa gets surprised with the Tesla. And I'm honestly pretty happy that we've at least come this far without ruining the surprise. A lot could have gone wrong, and now it's more so just a waiting game. And if there's one thing I can do, it's wait. All right, another update video, April 14th. There's only 2 days left until the big surprise on her birthday. I'm pretty confident, feeling pretty good that if I made it this far without any sort of big mishaps, that it's gonna turn out all right, inshallah. Yeah, right now it's basically just doing some final touches in my mind of how I'm gonna present it on the day of. I'll park the car somewhere on Sunset Boulevard, which is a reference to this Vampire Weekend song that we like, where it goes, the car's on Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, I'll have the car parked there. I'm gonna get some balloons that say 2 and 5, those birthday balloons, so I can attach it to the car, make it look like a nice gift. And basically I'll park the car there with the Tesla, Uber back home, and then take the Challenger with Sanaa, blindfold her, and then bring her to the spot where the Tesla is, and that's where I can do the big reveal, take her blindfold off, and then show her the car, and then we can drive it to our dinner reservation at Yamashiro. Of course, it's your birthday, I made some dinner reservations. I Googled romantic spots in Los Angeles, and Yamashiro came up, looked really nice. There's a nice garden, and we like sushi, so that should be a pretty good spot. There was a little bit of a close call this past weekend because we were planning a trip later, and we have flights being tracked by Google. I was driving, and she took my phone to look through my email to see if there were any updates to the flight price. I was so worried that she was gonna find a Tesla confirmation email or something like that. Everything would go be ruined. So I would kind of take the phone away from her, which looked suspicious. Hopefully she didn't really read too much into that. Another thing that's crazy, this past weekend as well, we were driving, seeing a lot of Teslas on the road, and she was, in her mind of course, wanting to get a Tesla eventually. She went on the website to place an order, just like a pretend order, and it said that it would take 8 weeks. So she was saying we need to order a Tesla soon because it's going to take a while to get here and our car lease is going to end. And I sort of just brushed it aside, said, yeah, we'll order next month. We'll get it. Definitely don't want to get it too soon because I hear they don't let you delay the delivery. Little does she know that she has her own Tesla a mere 50 feet away from her as she sleeps every night. What's crazy is I actually just realized she's seen the Tesla. She's seen her own Tesla because we've walked by it. When we walk around the neighborhood, we walked by the Tesla and she's like, oh, another Tesla. And it's like the exact one that I want, which I was like, yes, it's the right color, black. At this point, there's not much to do besides wait. It's just a waiting game. By the way, I'm just walking around in this neighborhood in Los Feliz. It's one of our favorite neighborhoods. Actually, probably our favorite neighborhood in Los Angeles. That's besides the point. I got a haircut around here and I figured this would be a good opportunity to do another update video. But yeah, just a few more final touches. I even got her a shirt that says Tesla Babe. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna get here in time, but that's gonna be a nice touch as well. Just a nice little funny gag. Okay, 2 days left. Here we go. All right, today is the day. It's April 16th. It's Sanaa's birthday. I am running quite late. So the plan was I get out of work a little early, 4 p.m. I'm out the door. I'm gonna do my stuff. It's 4:30. I have a lot to do. I gotta wash the car. I gotta pick up balloons, pick up a bow to put on top of the car. I gotta pick up a cake from Ben & Jerry's. Me and Fakes got Sanaa a cake. Fakes is the name of the friend group we're in. And I gotta go park the car somewhere nice. And then I gotta Uber back home. I have a lot to do. And there is a schedule because we're fasting, it's Ramadan. Iftar, the time that we break our fast, is at around 7:15 or so. I have reservations at the restaurant. I gotta get all of this done. I don't know if I can get it done in time. First up, I gotta wash the car. It would be really funny if I go to where I parked the car and it's just not there. Do you ever feel like sometimes you just want things to go wrong? I feel like that right now. Like I almost like, that would be amazing. Or it would be terrible, but it'd be such a great story. Like I make it all the way to the day of the surprise and then the car is just gone. It got stolen or something. All right, no, I see the car, Okay, the last time that this car will be seen on the street for a while. Wow, look at all that dirt. Look at that pond. Yeah, as you can see, I gave up on the whole car cover thing. All right, I'm here at the car wash. Tesla's first car wash. And I realized I forgot my mask. We're in a pandemic. I won't be able to do any of the stuff like get the balloons or pick up the cake. So I gotta go back home and get a mask. I'm already late. I was able to do the wash a lot faster than I thought. It only took like 7-8 minutes. So about to dry this and I'm gonna head over to the balloon store. First I gotta get the mask and then go to the balloon store. I decided I'm not gonna go back home to get the mask. I don't have time. I'm using the same towel that I used to dry the car as my mask. Desperate times, desperate measures. All right, so I used my towel mask. I got the balloons, I got the ribbon, got the cake. The cake took a long time. I got lost trying to find Ben & Jerry's. Trying to find parking on Sunset Boulevard was impossible. I gave up. I wasted so much time doing that. Next best thing, I'm on Mulholland Drive. So it's another throwback to the same song that I wanted to do. This is a reference to this Vampire Weekend song. It basically goes, the house is on Mulholland Drive and the car's on Sunset Boulevard. Fortunately, I couldn't get the car on Sunset Boulevard. Next best thing, I got the car on Mulholland Drive. We don't have a house in Mulholland, we got the car. This is gonna be the spot. You got a pretty good view of the Hollywood sign in the distance. You got downtown LA in the back. The Uber is on the way. All right, I'm on the middle of the road. Good, no Uber. All right, Uber's here. You ready?
Yes.
Step forward, look left. Look in the middle, left and straight.
Huh?
Okay, open your eyes.
Wow! 25 years as a potato! This looks so good. What is this? Is this an ice cream cake?
It's Ben & Jerry's.
Oh!
It's a Ben & Jerry's cake.
Thank you guys.
Okay, we got Sanaa in the car. We're on our way.
Where?
Oh, you don't know?
No?
Oh, we'll see. Did you like the cake?
Yes, I love the cake.
25 years as a potato.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to eat. I love ice cream cake. It's so yummy. I am so hungry right now.
I think that was Fahima's idea.
Yeah, very good idea, Fahima. Shout out to Fahima.
Are you excited?
To be 25?
Yeah.
No. I feel like 25 is the year where you have to like have your stuff together.
All
That's
right.
when adulthood really kicks in. It's like you're here for the long run.
And do you know where we're going right now?
No, I'm assuming iftar.
Well, that's life. That's life. Sometimes you don't know where you're gonna go.
That-
What do you want to eat tonight?
I don't know. Like I kind of just.
Can you find a restaurant?
I know you found one. You're playing games. Like there's no way you would not.
No, I didn't want to book something that I wasn't sure you wanted. So what are you in the mood for?
You know me though.
What are you in the mood for? We'll find
you know me,
We'll find
though.
a spot. We'll find a
There's
spot.
no way. I know you're joking.
I'm just gonna go to like Hollywood area. We'll see what's there.
There's no way you would wing a Friday night iftar plan. Like iftar is so important because there's like we're breaking the fast at 7:25. There's no way you wouldn't plan it.
We'll see. We'll see. When we get closer, you're gonna have to put this on. Your eyes.
My eyes?
Yeah, so be prepared.
Closer to where?
When we get closer.
I'm
Where we're
nervous.
trying to go. Do you have any idea where we're going?
No, I mean, we're going towards Hollywood. You said that.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Sanaa has got her blindfold on.
My mask, actually.
How are you feeling?
I really would just want to know what's going on. Like, I'm feeling like a little anxious to find out.
You'll find out soon. We're 1 minute away.
1 minute away. Get there today.
Whee!
Oh, that's scary. What if someone's driving by and they see me like this and then they call 911?
Well, that would be a nice birthday experience. All right, it's all set up. Got to take Sanaa out of the car. Can't get the 2 and the 5 to work out, but it's good enough.
Wait, what?
It's your Tesla.
Wait, no way.
It's yours.
There's no way. There's no way.
It's all yours.
Seriously?
It's yours.
This is so fun. Wait, hello. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good birthday. Have a good birthday.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, this is yours.
That's so fun.
It's all yours, baby. It's in your name. You don't have to pay a single penny for it.
Wait, what do you mean?
This is all yours, baby. I told you I'd buy you a Tesla one day. It's all yours.
Stop, I don't have emotions. Stop. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm so confused how you possibly. Who are those guys? Who's that? Who are these men? Wait,
Those guys, well, they helped out a little bit.
who? How do you know them?
No, I'm kidding. They didn't do anything.
Oh, they were just here.
Yeah, they were sure.
Oh, I was like, who? I was so confused. Oh, Mary, thank you so much.
Of course, you
I'm
people.
so excited.
Yeah.
Dude.
Get in there.
Okay. Oh my God, you got the flag.
I think it's open. I think you just locked it, actually.
Oh, I don't know how to use this car. My license is not a car. Oh my God, this is so exciting. How did you possibly coordinate this? Look at that. Oh my God, it looks so good.
Look at the dashboard.
I love this.
It's got your name on it.
Where? That's me. Barry, how did you possibly coordinate this? I'm so confused. Thank you, Barry.
No problem, Javipa. Look at Sanaa in the car. She's all driving it. We're about to go to dinner.
This feels crazy. It feels so crazy.
Yeah?
I'm just so confused. And it's such a nice car. I'm so confused of you. I just don't know how you did this. Like, severely confused. The freaking Tesla said 8 to 12 weeks for arrival. I have no idea how you possibly could have coordinated this. I don't even know, like, is this even my car? Is this just like a rental and you're joking? You forged my signature?
Maybe.
This is against the law. The house is on Mulholland Drive. The house is on the houses. Will it break on its own? Like, not hit this car? It did. Like, what?
Oh, but yeah, I don't have a place for dinner. What are you looking for?
Barry! Alright, Barry. I know you know. Barry, this is crazy. This is too much almost.
It's okay.
This is a big gift.
It's too much for you.
Oh,
I don't have to my
God.
promises. Do you remember when I promised you?
Yeah, but it's a big gift. I
You
feel
remember?
bad. Yes, I do.
When did I promise?
I don't remember when. I just remember you said it. Who are those guys?
Yeah, those guys were an interesting touch. They were just there.
I thought you knew them. Like, they helped you coordinate. Honestly, for some reason, I got like David Dobrik vibes from them. So I was like, that's good today.
Yes, sir.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend?
Breaking our fast.
80 and I'm 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex, man. We ain't gotta. If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend?
Debrief.
All right, so we're back and we got our ice cream cake.
Yes, sir. Ben and Jerry's are 2 flavors. Tonight though, half baked. Okay. I am extremely shocked. No idea how Barry pulled this off. Like he said, we are always together. Like we live in a 1-bedroom apartment. We both work from home. Like I have no idea how he like pulled off a whole new car. But you know, Alhamdulillah, I am very thankful and blessed.
How was it driving it?
Yeah, I just drove it back. It was nice. There is one thing I definitely need to get used to: the braking thing.
The regenerative braking.
Mm-hmm. I need to get used to that. Besides that, I'm having a good time.
Coco was being loud, so she's now with us.
You can tell that she does not like being here.
Coco, you don't want to be part of it? It's like a car cast. It's like a car cast.
She does not like being on our laps. Coco's like, what are you doing?
When we were driving there, did it even cross your mind that there could be a car?
No. I could feel like the twists and the turns. So I thought we were gonna go on the overlook, just do a photo shoot or something. Did not expect that at all. Very surprised. And what was interesting is when I took off my blindfold and I saw it, I also saw like these 4 random dudes there. And I was like,
those dudes. Do you feel like I was acting weird at any point over the past month and a half?
Let me tell you something. I trust Barry. And when he acts weird, I'm just like, meh, I kind of just brush it off. But now, in hindsight, there were a couple of instances where I was making dinner, and then dinner's all ready, and I'm like, where did Barry go? Barry just left to like throw out trash. And he was gone for like 20 minutes at that point. I'm like, it does not take 20 minutes to throw out trash. So then I went down to like the garage to find him because I was hungry and trying to eat. And he wasn't there, and I was like, what? And then he came back like 5 minutes later, and he was like, yeah, I just had a phone call for work at like 7:30, and I'm like,
that was because I was finding street cleaning, and I could not find a parking spot around the area. It was so hard.
I was just like, all right, he's just being weird. Normal.
Now that we have a Tesla, do you think you're gonna like driving more?
I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Maybe not 8 hours in one day, but like, I think I like it more. No idea how he pulled it off. Still very confused.
Happy birthday, Sanaa!
Happy 25th birthday, Sanaa. 25 years as a potato.
Are you ready for a car cast in a Tesla, Coco? She's not ready. She's not ready.